The quality of our roads leaves much to be desired if you go beyond the largest metropolitan areas. It is not surprising that cars, even of the highest quality assembly, last less without repair than their counterparts running abroad. Nevertheless, in today's review we will analyze several cars that, according to numerous reviews, have proven themselves to be the least killable. When compiling the rating, completely new cars were not taken into account, since their operational life has only just begun to count. The main factors by which the assessment was made are the number of breakdowns per 500,000 kilometers, maintainability, etc. Let's look at the main criteria by which the best of the best were determined in the nomination. Which car is the most trouble-free in terms of breakdowns? Durability in the use of various units and spare parts. General operation is assessed, but only for vehicles that regularly undergo scheduled maintenance. Failure-free operation in everyday use. This criterion shows how long the car can serve the owner without needing repairs. Maintainability. It takes into account how easy it is to restore the car's operability, as well as how easy it is to get the necessary spare parts. Compliance of the actual operational life with that declared by the manufacturer. Audi A1, a small and compact hatchback, which is especially appreciated by young people and female drivers, has proven itself to be a fairly economical vehicle and therefore made it into the top of the most indestructible cars among different classes. Despite the fact that the car belongs to the small class, until 2017 it was considered the most reliable in the world according to a number of technical criteria. Minor complaints concerned slightly skewed front light sources and wheel discs subject to corrosion. Less than 6 breakdowns per 1,000 cars of this model were counted. A few years ago, the Audi A1 was the leader among cars aged 3 to 5 years, but today it has lost ground several lines down. Honda CR-V, one of the models in the world of cars, which was able to overcome the mark of 300,000 kilometers without any serious types of repair. According to the results of various studies, this crossover has become one of the leaders in terms of reliability in its segment. At the age of 6 to 7 years old vehicles, it ranks third according to these criteria. Honda CR-V of the first generation, released more than 2 decades ago, earned especially high trust. Lexus RX. Among premium SUVs, it is the Lexus RX that gives its owners the least cause for concern. In general, this brand has long earned a reputation as one of the most reliable in operation. For some time now, it has yielded the first position to Toyota, but has still not lost its popularity in this parameter. During the testing, an assessment was made according to more than 200 criteria. Audi A6, another, German, according to experts, deserved a high place in our rating of unkillable. According to one of the automotive testing versions, it becomes the best with a mileage of up to 150,000 for the 3rd year in a row. In terms of the number of breakdowns recorded per 1,000 units of transport, it demonstrates a stable 2nd place in the list. However, there are a lot of ratings in the world, even among experts, so in many of them the Audi A6 is no longer among the leaders. Mercedes-Benz GLK. And again, another representative of the German auto industry gets into most ratings. The high cost of a particular model is often confirmed by the corresponding build quality, which is clearly demonstrated on not the best domestic roads. Last year, it retained its leading position in its class. In this segment of premium SUVs, it has proven itself from the best side. However, some authoritative publications conducting independent research do not consider the latest generation of this model as successful as the previous ones. The manufacturer has provided various modifications of engines running on different types of fuel, as well as an off-road package for country trips. Porsche 911. Together with the above-described Mercedes, the famous sports car last year took one of the top positions in the list of trouble-free cars. In the category of cars aged 2 to 3 years, it is still considered not only one of the most prestigious, but also durable. However, it is worth noting that Porsches aged 6 to 11 years have earned the same high marks. Therefore, even being sufficiently driven, they become infrequent guests at service stations. In addition, according to a number of world experts and agencies, they remain one of the highest quality German cars. Toyota Camry, one of the most popular flagships of the Japanese auto industry as a whole, both now and 10 years ago. The Camry is among the most indestructible cars, first of all, in the ratings of the post-Soviet countries, since the sedan left the European market more than 10 years ago. However, in our country and in the States, it continues to enjoy great success from generation to generation. Perhaps this is because the model continues to occupy the first lines of ratings for passenger cars with the least amount of trouble for its owner. In other words, Toyota is capable of covering the same 300,000 kilometers without any serious repairs. Mercedes E-Class. This elite car easily combines elegant sportiness and an overall sophisticated appearance. Each line of the body corresponds to modern urban laconism. Several design options, materials and colors allow you to create a supercar based on your own user preferences. Each trip in a Mercedes E is as reliable as possible for the driver, driving it, as well as safe and gives the opportunity to recuperate on the road. The car is equipped with an active emergency braking system. With proper maintenance, it can easily travel tens of thousands of kilometers without repair or replacement of key components of the engine and chassis. Ford Focus. It is not only a technologically advanced and modern car that has received a new relief body. It turned out to be the most spectacular in the entire history of various generations of this model. The gasoline engine stands out for its power and efficiency, is very repairable and unpretentious in terms of maintenance. Ford Focus is famous for its durable chassis and suspension parts. Active and passive safety systems deserve special attention. Thanks to them, we can conclude that the car protects not only the driver's funds, but also his life and health. Volvo XC60. It is impossible not to mention the famous Swedish crossover in the rating. Not the most accessible in maintenance, but it has so much in order to provide a safe and comfortable ride for as long as possible. The bright design, complemented by an elegant interior, catches the eye. This car most fully reveals the principle of the modern auto industry, when technologies are designed to help people. A convenient display will not distract unnecessary attention and time, and the safety of the driver and passengers is a long-standing philosophy of the Swedish auto concern, passed on from generation to generation. The main components of the engine and suspension are thought out almost to the smallest detail, and therefore the owner of the Volvo XC60 will not have to visit service stations every month. It is worth dwelling separately on the rating of indestructible cars in the age category of 10 years and above. Of course, such oldies have a hard time competing with younger models, because age clearly does not play in their favor. Nevertheless, a considerable part of our fellow citizens drive older cars, and the build quality of previous generations is still legendary among car enthusiasts. BMW 5 Series, E39 body, years of production, 1995 to 2003. Along with the driving qualities, the car successfully combined a modern level of comfort for the driver and passengers. Considering the age of the BMW 5 Series on our roads, today it is quite difficult to find one that has not been in serious accidents during this time and has not been killed almost to zero. The power units of this series, both gasoline and diesel, deserve special attention in terms of reliability. Mercedes-Benz E-Class, years of production, 2002 to 2009. This car can significantly improve the quality of the 211th body after the model was restyled in 2006. Consumers are traditionally attracted by the high resource of engines, reaching more than 0.5 million kilometers without major repairs. Add to this a completely reliable 7-speed automatic transmission and a comfortable interior. It is not surprising why these cars are in steady demand in our market. However, questions arise about the air suspension, which can hardly withstand the quality of our road surface. Toyota Camry XV40, years of production, 2006 to 2011. This is the only Japanese representative that has earned an honorable place in the list. For many years, the car in this body was incredibly popular with our fellow citizens, especially with officials of different levels of the hierarchy. In general, drivers note the traditionally high reliability of the main units and assemblies. But serious problems can be caused only by the 6-speed automatic transmission, which rarely could reach 150,000 kilometers without major repairs. Volkswagen Passat B5, years of production, 1996 to 2005. The platform from the Audi A6 was taken as a basis for the production of this model, while many units were taken from the A4. Thanks to such successful unification and affordable cost, the Passat B5 has not lost its popularity for many years, especially after the restyling, which was released in 2001. The most successful and trouble-free in operation is considered to be the 1.6-liter power unit, which is still installed on some more modern modifications.
I have good news for you. Now, if you are planning to buy a used car, or learn more about your car, you no longer need to search for the information you need on the internet. We have collected everything in one place for you, on the website carmi.pro. Here you can find out everything about the car, what breaks and at what mileage, any problems with engines, chassis or gearboxes, which trim levels are better not to mess with, and how not to lose money buying a used car. You will learn all this on carmi.pro.